A wicked 360 airwalk there as I invite you to join me on The Ramp. Hello everybody, my name's James and this is The Ramp. It's a brand new game that's appeared. It's number 1 on the casual charts currently on the App Store, so I had to check it out. And it's quite fun if you accept it for what it is. Where shall I start? Let's deal with the controls first of all. This button on the right hand side is doing an awful lot of heavy lifting, by which I mean to build momentum, you need to tap it as you land, tap again when you're in the center of the ramp, and then release. So you tap here, and then you tap again here, and release, and you get that lovely air on that side. Once you've got your air, you need to start moving around a little bit. That's where the slider on the left-hand side comes into play. So you can see on this, I can go here, and then just spin around for a nice simple 180. Lovely, let's slow things down. Then, if you want to get some real air, you can start performing some tricks. And the tricks are done by using that same button on the right hand side, but by pulling it in a direction, and the direction you pull determines the type of trick. So I pulled down and to the left there for a stale fish. I can push up here for a nose grab, I think. Yeah, that's the one. And then you can ride off the edge of the track and kill yourself, which is another interesting thing about the game where it differs slightly from some other skateboarding games. Usually, if you played your Tony Hawk's or your Skate or whatever, you have a large open world to explore where you can kind of mess up a trick and then land and then just, go for another run. You zoom around the track and grind a pavement curb or something like that and get back into the starting spot. Here, there is just the ramp. There is only the ramp, and if you do that, you're off the edge, you're gone, that's it. So it forces you to be very precise and very careful when you're trying to execute your little tricks and make sure you correct and get yourself back on track if you want to stay on the ramp. The one trick that makes that quite difficult or more challenging is the grind. So there I can kind of happily sit at the top and do a quick board slide. But if I approach it from an angle with a bit of speed, then you can get that grind going there, and it's very easy to just grind yourself right off the edge of the ramp and face plant into the infinite blue that you see around you. I quite like the fact that it gives you these restrictions. I quite like the fact that it's a little bit fiddly, and I also I like the fact that it's punishing because the restarts are instant. It takes no time whatsoever to get back into the game, and that means it becomes very, very Moorish very, very quickly. In that kind of casual, immediately pick it up and play it and just mess around for a little bit kind of way. Let's get some speed going up here. So if I go down and go and release. What it reminded me of instantly was not even a computer game. It reminded me of, those little skateboards where you could control them with your fingers? Little tiny miniature fingerboards that you pull out and you can do stunts on your office desk and whatnot. Just for messing around with here and there. You pick it up for 5 minutes. That's kind of what this feels like. Rather than getting involved in a serious skate game where you're upgrading the apparel and the clothes and all that kind of business, you're just sort of messing about with it and getting an instant, there you go, look at that, lovely. Instant feedback in a way that's really quite satisfying. In terms of longevity, the things that are going to make this fall down are the number of tracks you have available. So here you can see it's immediately switched to that purchase option and swung the game around there like that. You can buy and unlock each of these different areas, and they are more varied. There isn't just a ramp in this one. You can see there's already the third one down. You can see there's a couple of bowls there you can dive through. So it really does open things up a bit more. But I think the actual stunts, the tricks, the controls, all that kind of stuff remain kind of the same. So it's a case of if you're really enjoying it and you want more space, you want more environments, then drop a couple of quid on it, because this is of course free to download if you just want to mess about with this. And I think that's kind of a fair compromise. It's not throwing adverts at you, it's not giving you a lot of obnoxious in-your-face stuff that's pulling you away from the game. If you just want something to mess around with quickly, then just download it, play the free bit, do what I'm doing right now, mess around, start building momentum, and it is a satisfying little time waster. And if you want to maybe expand the experience a bit more, drop a couple of quid, grab a new track, mess around with that, see if you like it. I don't think this is going to be something you sit around and play for, 25 hours. As just an entertaining little, nicely executed time waster that gives an immediate feedback, also is quite challenging for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then once you get it, you're like, okay, here we go, I'm starting to feel a flow, I get a bit of a grind on, then it starts to immediately deliver sort of satisfying rewards. Whoa! And it is still quite fun, even when you wipe out. So with all that in mind, I think it's quite nice. Take a look at it if you like. It is The Ramp, currently out right now, iPhone, iPad, Android. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.